back towards the agent versus what we got here? Nicole, you got somebody breaking in on me? I think we may have somebody a little later on, but I like the goal of enhancing the relationship with our
Hi.
clients. Is that Ryan?
Hello.
Ryan.
How are you?
This is my #1 listing agent, Desiree White. This is Ryan.
Nice
Hey,
to see you,
Desiree.
Ryan.
The
How are
star,
you?
Ryan Serhant, the star of the $1 Million listing in New York. And we were just talking, we were lamenting that we don't have near as many $1 Million listings as you do.
You should get some more. You should just build them and people will come, especially now that all the New Yorkers are trying to get down to where you are.
That is so true. That is so true.
Can you turn this up? I'm trying to.
I've heard raving reviews about comingsoonhomes.com. Yeah, people really, really like it. It gives agents and homeowners a massive edge in their market.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan. You know, I was just telling Desiree that the thing I'm trying to do with Coming Soon Homes is really pretty simple. And most of the portals out there divert the relationship away from the prospect, away from the agent. And what we're trying to do is enhance that relationship. And we want to do what the seller wants to do most of all, and that's sell the home for the highest amount of money. So So tell me about this great book. I actually haven't got my copy yet, but I've read a lot about it. Big Money Energy. Where did you get that title? The title excites me.
The title we got in like 2009 or 10. It was when I had no self-confidence and no energy in New York City when I first got into the real estate business, and I saw all these agents and developers and bankers and attorneys and tech stars, and they would just walk into a room and you just knew that they had something, right? They just had this incredible energy about them. I mean, you know who I'm talking about. You know, you see someone walk into your office or a homeowner and they just walk into the room and you say, wow, that person has it figured out, right? And so I used to say that those people they've got big energy. They got big magnetic energy. They've got big likable energy, and they make money, which is something that I definitely wasn't making in 2009 and 10. So said they have big money energy. And I think that's what more people need to have going into 2021, right? If you have the confidence to focus on yourself and your ability to make more money, it'll just happen. It'll just happen.
That is awesome. You know, one of the quotes I heard you make, at least somebody said you made it, and I read it that you made it, so I hope you made it, was that that you realized that you could be what you wanted to be in 10 years tomorrow.
Yeah. Yep.
So how do you do that?
Why wait?
Fast, just like that.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to get older, right? You just make a determination as to, listen, a lot of people wait for opportunity and they say, okay, well, when I'm done with school, I'll do that. Or, okay, when this happens, I'm going to do that. Or, well, I've got to get more experience and then I'll take care of it. And then what happens? Years and years and years go by and you're kind of in the same spot, right? Life is kind of the same. And I never wanted that to happen to me. So I wrote down on a piece of paper like who I wanted to be in 5 years and who I wanted to be in 10 years. And aside from having, not being able to get things right away, like I couldn't go and find a wife in 2 hours and buy a house in 2 hours and, have a family right away. But the energy of the power broker I wanted to become, the walk of success that I wanted to have, the nice suit that I wanted to be able to wear, all of that confidence that comes with experience, you can have tomorrow. You don't have to wait for it. You can have it tomorrow. You can prepare, you can learn, you can walk into a room and have all the confidence of somebody who's been doing something for a very long time. You can have it tomorrow if you want to. And there are tactical steps to getting it. And you will then project success into the world and the world will give it back to you. That's what happens. It's amazing.
Yeah, one of the things I read that you quoted, you said that everybody needs to start with a self-audit. And I wondered, who did you get to do your self-audit? Did you trust them?
Yeah, it was a friend named Alex who is brutally honest.
Really bad.
Yeah. And I asked him, hey, when you tell people you're hanging out with me and you don't mention me by name, how would you describe me? And he said, yeah, the guy who's, the guy with like the young face and gray hair and kind of stares at the ground all the time, kind of shy, but a little funny. It's like, oh, that's weird. Is that really the way you see me? It's an interesting lens to do. It's an interesting exercise. Obviously, $1 Million Listing did that for me as well. It put me on television to millions and millions and millions of people who immediately had all their own opinions and let me know what they were. So you do that self-audit and you'll be very aware of where you're standing, right? What's your baseline? How are you perceived by the world? And if you're being perceived the way you want to be, great. If you're not, you have the power to change it.
You have the power to change it. I think it's incredible, inspiring. I think it's a boom to anyone that wants to drive forward. So I can't wait to get my hands on that book and read every bit of it because the reviews I've read are awesome. And
well, thank you. Thank you, Marty. Thank you, Desiree. Thank you so much for having me. Please tell everyone about the book. I'll tell everyone about comingsoonhomes.com. It sounds super, super exciting, and best of luck with everything.
Thank you so much. Thanks for coming by.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye. What about that, guys?
Wow.
New York City finest. Okay, am I done?